share ya omo deliver enchebia no the mass production of sugar no ebe koso am Ghana for you see sugar ye crab bebrebe no ya ebedi ya ye de Ghana be young age no and as a homegrown policy ya na do dam Akufo-Addo and the MPP for share Ghana for no and so no omashemukina kama Patrick
I told you July 30th 2021 there was a forensic auditor a year Kwodwo Baffour and there was a valuer your friend Mohammed Issa Idrisu. They went to audit that commercial sugar factory. And I told you something on the show and said, me to try to time frame will give you, it will cost you more. Even at that time, they estimated $16.4 million that it could be put into the commercial sugar factory. You waited to this time and you spent $28 million and you said we should praise you. Is that the praises? Yeah, I can't factual statement. It is not about what, and it is true. Ghana for him say who brought out commercial sugar factory? One who's the visionary leader?
Nobody would
so you are not doubting it. So if there is something that we were saying, say something you wanted to do earlier stages, we are not like again spending that amount of money that we could have dodged that $28 million. Now you are saying say we took $35 million and now you've added $28 million. Who cost it? Now who cost them?
So you are now calling for value for money.
What we are saying is that everything I did be able to ask, and you know that this thing is good, and someone has started that. When you come immediately, you take steps. That's why you can't say when you can face it. And I mean, you're the one who wants some money. What is happening currently? Now, and for Bisa say, yeah, momu. People are calling for food, not for money. Schools are calling for parents to send food. In the same Baumia Akufo-Addo free SHS. Then you are using this free SHS tone on the payment of Ghanaians at the president. Oh, come on.
Sir John, yen say some come away free. Bank of Ghana are sure Ghanaians say almost $750 million. Afrima's facility loan. The parliament ma approve. Normally a pump economy ni be ma CEDI'S na atitia pansa na be stabilize. As a government, that assurance and Ghana for bit me the ho atoso CEDI'S no. And as you see, I will share the current inflation rate now. Ghana 31.7% inflation, and Russia is at 17.1, and Ukraine 25%. So what to Ghana and currency, but when say Russia, Ukraine one and my COVID $750 million. Okay. Economy booming, CEDI'S stabilized.
KB
until under 1 minute so all rebata on the commander sugar factory.
The American Ghana for what you see until we still time crowd.
Okay.
Maybe you are Patrick in the propaganda.
It is top propaganda and factual. It's about for you see you do obi make here. No one could check it. Okay. Was it not a forensic audit done? On check it, so don't say it's a propaganda.
What they can wad it okay. Forensic audit and bye.
KB your honor yenya need to say system now you will see we are not in normal times and na niema bebre so dey so globally na yenyina ye need to say Bank of Ghana kua dwumadia omudi and say they serve as the central bank for the country nti yen papa Ernest Addison na pam for the betu just say ye tumi anya loan facility be of $750 million. Now to them, they think say this will help boost or bring back or restore the dignity of the city back. Now maybe I have no doubt in what they said because you seen the friendly so better boabo. Either say the nice bisu and I say ukurebi. Two things. So they know how to inject this fiscal money into the economy for it to yield a lot of benefit for us. Na all kasano asempa call kan ya e ma me hu say the work kan nyina no credit say so what check here the dollar is on a high rise so be kaya because even for the first time say if my memory serves me right oko baby to say US the dollar it has been depreciated towards the dollar. Pounds no yen depreciated by 10.8%. That is with the US the pound sterling. And when you come to the euro too has depreciated 10.1% against the dollar, which means across board locally there is no currency to me battle that of
dollar.
the US dollar. And what it means is that when investors wants to come here or when importers wants to bring their goods into the country, you need to change more dollars. You understand? Before you can get that product. Let's say these seats, most of them are being
imported
by, let's say, Turkey. Turkey or Mutaye or Turkey pa. And Tianfan say we mu here mu studio mu here san konwa we be at 10. First motor no say be a $3 ewo ho a. Say see no because of the be a system that could do it be a ba ko pe wo $10. A free $3 I could do 10. Until you need more dollars. How will you get the dollar? You need to change more CDs to get the dollar. That is one factor. Antia Emma sa enyeman koso. And another factor so here. On say you other business people within the country. Obo okra or person we yin the bonds nene free the market or we said that mon kai mpontemu. And one say bia or buy also I just want to leave the market and go somewhere else. And to send the panels no the bonds the shares ne be no it has to be in dollar. You get it? Until at the end of the day, it's the pressure to central bank and so say once they say CD more in order to get what the dollar to meet the requirement of the person. Sani money in our can be. Now ya know will be kasa say and I will say inflation edru 31.7. By you say before says yare we ni beba no. Ni yenso ye na me.
Oh.
Good. Enti me bawo me make it point. Last otia me can say for the first time in UK inflation I then edu 9.9. Oka tell them so e ma me nko UK or the kwan wa me famra enabling country ya biti se Cote d'Ivoire Ivory Coast
3%.
And obi say me say before say yare ne beba na ni baby Cote d'Ivoire e no am say that research ba baby na mo inflation da net 0.2
yeah, net 0.2 yeah
0.2
0.5
0 but because of the influx of this pandemic say see o rising from 0 to 5 the current one check it there's no more 3B
it's equal 5
5 point something Cote d'Ivoire dio from 0 to 5 which means you tell you say COVID-19 aya can say enya impact no e go for this year boa o say corruption perception index ya wo ma ye di hu nkomo wa hai so wo check sa report na e ba ye na so na wo book ni bi o kwa bie first page your friend preface no team no stipulate and I say team no aka wo categorically say
COVID
upon all their research that they have done no
COVID-19.
It is being led by what COVID-19 and Russia-Ukraine war had effect on the economy and na me kan you your one actually edaho intino the ube who report ni mu be say the show team say COVID-19 in Russia-Ukraine war and affect no me na me kan MPP for na eka MPP for na eka omo report na eka who are we to challenge them did the me can say yenya botre say yenya this kind of loan facility of $750 million me wa reshemu about the economic management team say they will do something to revitalize the economy. Said you be able to be here because you be able to here na yepe just a bayfo and who say ninu ye ko nanimu a na ye ne ya nti say ye tia ye wo power ye wa bem and ye nyina ye ho ato ye as oman say ne ke ha ye ho kra as parties ye ko ye campaign
the assurance no
the assurance they say I have a absolute belief in them say they can inject this money for it to yield a lot of goodies
to do the proper thing.
Yes, to do the proper thing. If they will do it, I know they will do it.
But that's it. Patrick
Baffour
CD no and it has so after the injection of the 750 million
and it does so be anim
Afrism loan facility
and it does so be anim
I didn't know kasa
correct. Let me use me new bema on one analogy and then the analysis on what is causing the CD to depreciate. Or can say me say one point or say businessmen AGG or more bonds. But you ask yourself, and then never cause a businessman to take his money. He take his money from the country. And then never man it is mismanagement. If we see kana your revenues no, you are spending much more than your revenues, and you are giving those business people a signal. They say the country, they can never invest in that country. They will take away their bonds. Now, NDC bar power. Everyone goes to Euro bond market to classical dollar no their bar ebe stabilize your CD no. Now NDC that was 3.5 billion. MPP call here for just within omo term no 11 billion. 11 billion e buy no. Be someone say what did they do with that 11 billion? Every project at MPP ye biano, they have money that is accrued that sika edaho omudi yesadie. Intino the $750,000 now ode
$1 million
no wouldn't do anything that 11 billion went to stabilize it because of mismanagement. You are mismanaging the economy to the sense say every investor all baby is running away. Currently, look at what we are. I told you what has been taking our revenues, consumptions. Nyama revenue na sika say nyeye den sebi nyeye die, and we are using some of that money to service debt. Interest is interest payment. So when you take that money to pay interest, where will be that money to service? You see, as a Bank of Ghana, no, is to say something to gain the confidence of an investors, and that was what he's saying. And if you go for that loan again, it will add up to your loan. And when it add up to your loan now, a minimum. So there's nothing that can revolve. Now, as we talk, that the CD is closer to 30% depreciation. It has even moved from 18% to almost 30% depreciation.
I said anything on the measures go. I must say,
listen to what I'm saying. But for listening, I hope you should listen. I am telling you, say, you went for 11 billion. 11 billion now we call for Euro bond. No? You use that money to stabilize that CD and to change now. Into 11 billion answer, obiti 3.5 billion. Then, also or you're incompetent when the CD was just close to 5 cities, 6 cities. Close to 4 cities to 5 cities.
But that was 5-6 years
now, ago. But what the 11 billion the city couldn't stand. So analogy, let's be factual. This is common mathematics. So the 7, you see what he said, the Bank of Ghana manager
Ernest Addison.
It's just for investors' confidence. Who your economics are, you should know this.
They should
stop mismanagement.
How?
They should cut. I'm telling you, sir, they should cut down on consumptions. And now, as we speak,
on which areas?
Public sector, as I mentioned, gets fund. I told you public sector levy, public consumptions. I told you, now maybe both near air the Emma Yesikan air dwindle and kind of petty corruption and amount for aid. This kind of way today. Now, there were ways of gathering. It's a market say you project say who use e-levy to get more what revenues. E-levy no wow. So where again will you get another revenue? Now, you cannot go to Eurobond again. In history, MPP you came to meet a balance sheet and you use that balance sheet to go to the Eurobond to get 11 billion. But you cannot go to the Eurobond because of your mismanagement. The balance sheet can never allow you to go to Eurobond.
That's when
it is factual.
Sure say because of we say IMF.
You see,
it's here $750 million also bad with the IMF programs and policies. In
economics, we have the short term, the medium term, and the long term. Currently, we are talking of the short term.
Into the $750
currently,
million.
Ghana. Hey, today I was listening to Dr. Sarkodie or your economics analysis or University of Lagos, and he said this thing that there's a triangle. Everyone knows, and what we do. Let's speak to the issue. People face and put everything on Ukraine-Russian war, COVID-19. But we've forgotten of the economic management. Before you, Adena, Cote d'Ivoire, their neighboring countries, why didn't they jump from your so-called 0.5% to 5%? Why did they jump to our 30%?
So we ultimately free 0.5.
But where were we when we moved from our 15 to 30?
No, so that time now we were around 16, 15. Until gradually move.
So you move from 15 to 30, 15%. Someone move from 0 to 5. Is it the same? You see, so why do you compare? Baffour. Why do you compare? You said that being introduced you said what policies? You said that this country is moving from Ghana beyond aid. It means that you are going to mobilize and get all your revenues in the country. You are going to put things in place to accrue and get money into the country. Now, you cannot go. Rather, you open the windows to go out and borrow. But your excess borrowing and the money you borrow. I'm listening to you.
You are trying to identify problem, but I want you to give me solution.
And I'm giving you solution. So I said they should cut down on their consumption, the money they used to pay, and the corrupt practices.
Pay what?
They should cut down on it. I said public sector. In the public sector, I can tell you, there are some people that they are being fixed in certain public sectors. They are not right supposed to be there.
Okay.
And they are enjoying benefits. And aside that, Sika Timemufuo, a year MPP for Omuba, Sika for Omase. Currently, we have even on our topic. La Bianca. Oh, Kasano. Already. So when are you going to give the virtual time? You spoke. I mentioned the time. Because the city can never
block loopholes no corruption.
And they should stop the corruption.
Fantastic.
And they should stop spending that
all right.
And to put the money to the economy. The city will come back.
But that city no better arising. Finally, we crowd. La Bianca 30 seconds. Eh, mameni yem pamono and President Ensakeno yem pamono and I say me yem pamono. You say sikan wetua. Enough, John.
Okay. 1 minute. Right?
1 minute.
Okay.
Yem pamono. Sikan wetua. President in flow.
So what you na say there were rules and regulations, norms and tenets for each and every organization. You know, then ana sa organization or then